Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's okay Golden. If you're joining us for the first time, you are highly welcome, and if you have been here with us, thank you so much for staying with us. I truly appreciate you. I did not take it for granted at all. God bless you. So in today's topic, we are talking why you shouldn't have kids just because the society expects you to. Alright, so before we dive into this video, please subscribe to this channel, turn your post notification buttons, give this video a thumbs up, just click on the like button, share it with your friends and your family. Do you feel like, or have you felt like you're supposed to have kids, especially when you feel like you're not ready for them, or you feel like you're not one to be a father or a mother, or just because the society expects you to have kids? The society, your friends and your families and people around you or your culture makes you feel like your life is not complete without kids, having kids. They're putting that pressure of having kids so much on you. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking why having kids is a personal choice and not because friends, family members, or society expect you to have a child. If you're under the pressure of having kids or you feel unsure about having kids, stay with me in this video. For generations, society has pushed the idea of having kids as a natural and expected part of adulthood. Whether it's pressure from family, religious beliefs, or cultural expectations, or just an assumption that everyone wants kids, many people feel like parenthood is not really a choice, but an obligation that you owe. But bringing a child into the world is one of the most altering and significant decisions you can make as an adult. It requires an immense amount of time, energy, and resources. And it's definitely not something to be taken lightly at all. If you're only considering having kids because it is what is expected of you, you may want to pause and think deeply about what you truly want. Here is why. Number one, parenthood is a lifelong commitment. It's not a trend. It's easy to romanticize the idea of having kids. Many people imagine the cute baby face, the thought of family vacations and holidays, and the thought of being taken care of in old age. But parenthood is not just about the joyful moments. It's about everything else in between. Raising a child means being responsible for another human being's physical, emotional, and financial well-being for life. Even after they grow up and move out of your house, the parental role doesn't just end. As a parent, you always worry about them, support them, and be involved in their lives. If you are not deeply committed to taking on that responsibility, then parenthood is not for you. And you may begin to find yourself feeling overwhelmed, regretful, and resentful for making that decision of having a child, especially when you're not ready. A child deserves to be raised by someone who truly wants to be a parent, and not someone who just went along with societal expectations of them. Number two, your happiness and well-being matters too. Many people grow up believing that having kids is the only way to find fulfillment in life. But that is simply not true and not the case at all. While parenting can be greatly rewarding for those who truly desire it, it can also be draining and overwhelming for those who don't. Having children means making sacrifices of your time, independence, finances, and even aspects of your personal identity. If you're someone who values freedom, spontaneity, and you are career-driven, you may find that parenting conflicts entirely with the kind of life that you want to live. Choosing not to have a child doesn't mean that you're selfish. It means that you realize what brings you joy and happiness, and you have decided to prioritize that. Society oftentimes glorifies parenthood, but rarely talks about the exhaustion, because you will be always exhausted, especially when the kids are still very young and tender. The stress and the emotional toll that it can take. If deep down you know that having kids won't make you happy as a person, that is completely valid. Number 3, financial reality of raising a child. Having kids is not just emotionally demanding, but very, very expensive. The cost of raising a child from birth to adulthood is very expensive, including bills, food, clothes, medical care, education, and countless other expenses. The list goes on and on and on. In many cases, the financial burden of parenthood is heavier than ever, with rising cost of living making it difficult for families to provide a stable life for their children. If you're already struggling or have goals that require significant financial investment, whether it's buying a house, traveling, or just advancing your career, having kids can make those aspirations of yours harder to achieve. While financial stability shouldn't be the only reason to avoid parenthood, it is important to consider whether you are prepared for the lifelong financial responsibilities that comes with raising a child. Number 4, not everyone has the natural desire to be a parent. One of the biggest misconceptions is that everyone needs to or has to be a parent. But the truth is that not everyone has to be. And that's perfectly okay if you don't want to be a parent. Some people find joy and fulfillment in nurturing and raising a child, while some other people simply don't have that calling. They don't feel that calling at all. Parenthood requires selflessness, patience, and the willingness to put someone else's needs before yours all the time. There is absolutely nothing wrong with acknowledging the fact that parenthood is not for you. The idea that everyone needs to have a child to be able to live a meaningful life is outdated and unfair. You can live a rich and fulfilling life without being a parent. Number 5, cultural and family pressure shouldn't dictate your life. For many people, the pressure to have kids comes from family and cultural expectations. Your parents may constantly ask you, when are you going to give us grandchildren? The society may make you feel like something is wrong with you if you don't want kids. But here's the reality. Your life belongs to you, not to your family, not to the society, not even to anyone else. Just because previous generations followed a certain path doesn't mean that you have to do the same. Family members, societal teachings, religious teachings, and societal norms wouldn't be the one that will raise your child for you. It is you who will raise your child. They won't be the ones who will be waking up in the middle of the night, paying the bills, or dealing with the daily challenges of parenthood. If you don't genuinely want kids, you owe it to yourself to stand by your decision, even if others don't understand it. Number 6, breaking the circles of unquestioned parenthood. Many people have kids because that is what their parents did and the parents before them. But that circle doesn't have to continue. We now live in a time where people have more choices than before. Now you can build a life that aligns with your values and desires rather than following the script that the society has already written down for you. Instead of asking, when should I have kids? The better question is, do I even want them? If the answer is no, that is completely valid. The world doesn't need more parents who are merely going through the motions. It needs parents who are genuinely ready for the journey. Having children should never be something that you do just because it is what is expected of you. It should be a conscious, deeply personal choice based on your desires, your values, and circumstances. If parenthood excites you and you feel truly ready for the responsibility, and if you want to experience the journey of raising a child, then by all means, go for it. But if you have doubts, if the idea does not resonate with you, or if you know in your heart that parenting is not for you, that's okay too. There is no universal blueprint for fulfilling life. Happiness doesn't come from blindly following society's expectations. It comes from living authentically and making choices that align with your true self. If that means not having children, then trust yourself and embrace your path unapologetically. Whatever path you choose, make sure that it is one that brings you peace and happiness. We have come to the end of this video. If this video resonated with you in any way or in any form, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your post notification buttons so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Give this video a thumbs up. Just click on that like button. Share this video with your friends and your families. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. It's very important. Bye for now, and I'll see you in my next video.